Hi, all the signs of the Zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for all the signs of the Zodiac. This month I'm using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck and pulling 2 cards for each sign. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign videos to gain more insight and information, because some months those messages will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. If you would like to get your spiritual guidance and messages videos that I have recorded for each sign of the Zodiac, you can click on the link below in the description box and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for those videos of spiritual guidance and messages. There I used 2 cards from the Major Arcana deck, the crystal I used in the middle, and 1 card from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses Tarot deck. You can also get these videos by going to my website, as it is posted up here, www.theluckymermaid.com. Go to my menu, click on the Videos tab, go to page 2, and there you will find the spiritual guidance and messages for each of your signs. You just click on your sign and it will take you to the Vimeo videos on demand page that corresponds to your sign, and you can download and purchase it there. Thank you so much. Now on to the readings for this mid-month of November. The first sign I'm starting with today is Aries. So let's see what's going on for Aries. Aries, what's happening with Aries? Aries. The first of your 2 cards you have for this mid-month Aries, you have the High Priestess. And the High Priestess to me is a card that symbolizes your highest spirit guide showing up in the reading to give you messages. It is a card that can also indicate if there's been something hidden, secrets or hidden things. It can indicate that as well. Too much, too fast, slow it down, they're saying. They're saying you're getting ahead of yourself. You're going too fast. Take a break, take a pause, take a step back, take a breather. I do feel there's something that you want to have happen in your life that is, you want it so bad, but it's almost like it's making you crazy. It's obsessing you, or it's like, confusing your mind, or, that kind of energy. I do feel that some of you Aries are going to be receiving a gift or some kind of accolades or praise for something. Right now it's coming up like you have to be patient and bide your time. Yeah, there's too much circling around some situation that is really getting you out of control and in some kind of spin and making you feel a little bit crazy. I feel some of you are going to be making some kind of big step or big purchase where you're either going to be leasing a car, buying a car, leasing an apartment, or purchasing something. There's something like a big thing, a big venture. And for some of you, I see it's like a residence, and some of you it looks like it's an automobile. So that's coming up for some of you Aries. So the second card here is the 5 of Cups. Now the 5 of Cups is a card to me that symbolizes sadness, loss, and regret. This card can also symbolize if you've had a connection to somebody, or you yourself may have had problems with alcohol. All hope is not lost, because you can see the 2 upturned cups in the background, so there is still hope. It's not like all hope has been lost. If someone wants to come in and borrow money from you, I feel like you would regret if you were going to do it. So just be cautious of that, because I see some of you Aries are going to be like someone's going to approach you about some money. I do feel that many of you Aries are feeling like you want to have more, you want to see more fruits of your labors. Like you feel like you're working really hard and you're doing a lot and you're seeing gain. It's not like you're not seeing any, but not the gain to the level that you want or you feel like is, compensates for what you're doing, the amount of effort you're putting in. I do hear that Aries do like to have the ball in their court and feel like they're in control, but right now there's some situation playing out in your life, which will be different for all of you, that is making you feel like you don't have that kind of control. So you're kind of in like a waiting, little bit of a limbo, like wonderment kind of position. And I feel that some of you may be having a hard time, but I feel it's ego-based driven fear. So that doesn't mean you have a big ego. When something's ego-based or ego-driven, our egos are part of our personality, part of ourselves, and also there to protect ourselves. So I feel like some of your fears are actually ego-based and will be changing and shifting over time. I do feel you're going to, again, receive some compliments and you are going to start to feel any tensions, pressures, or fears easing up, and you will start to feel better. So I hope that made sense for you, Aries out there. And please remember, everybody, these are general readings. I'm reading general energy, so these may not make sense to all of you. So now I'm on to Taurus. Layering the cards here a little bit. Taurus. Show me Taurus. 2 cards for Taurus, mid-month of November. What's going on with Taurus? Taurus the Bull. What's happening with Taurus? You had 2 cards that flew out here, so I'm going to go with that. The first of the 2 cards that you have, Taurus, you have the Empress. And the Empress is a card to me that symbolizes a maternal figure that is crossed over on the other side, that is watching you and protecting you. This could be your mother, your grandmother, great-grandmother, stepmother, or someone like a mother to you. This card can also indicate birth of a child, birth of a project, birth of a business or plan, new business plan. I feel that many of you Tauruses are going to be reeling in the big bucks and you're going to start to feel like hot stuff. They're showing me you're going to feel hot. So many of you Tauruses, mojo's really on the upswing. Wow, you got a great deal of sexuality and appeal is happening right now. If you're not in a serious commitment or involvement right at the moment, one is coming up for you. So wow, put all that hot stuff to good use there. I do feel that you're making a lot of headway and you're getting a lot of respect also from colleagues. I feel that some of you Tauruses, something you have wanted is now finally starting to happen. And I feel like you almost can't even believe it because you felt like, this is never going to happen. I'm waiting forever. Is this ever going to happen? It's happening. I feel like it's happening now, in the now, this month, this mid-month of November and going into December even. I do feel that some of you are going to be working side by side with some very important people. And be very aware of your dreams, because I'm getting that many of you Tauruses are having precognitive dreams that are foretelling your future. So it might be wise to have a dream journal and write them down when you wake up, because I feel like they're actually telling you what's going to happen for you. So the next card you have here, you had two really good cards, and they flew out. They wanted to be seen. The second card, you have the Magician. And the Magician is a card that symbolizes the card of the manifester. What you think about, you bring about. What's in the ethers and in the spiritual plane, you can manifest and bring into physical reality. You may be having some stress and struggle around people, with people around you that are fighting or having, like, family arguments or coworkers. I don't feel like you're in it. It's like looking to me like it's going on around you here. I do feel that there's a lot of stress and strain going on within family and family situations, and some of you may be walking away from it. Meaning, well, for some of you, if it's an unhealthy relationship, I feel like you're going to end it. But if you're not in an unhealthy relationship you're going to walk away from, you're going to walk away from whatever, like bickering or fighting. Like, I don't feel you're going to allow yourself to be drawn in to it. And people may try to suck you into it too. Some of you are going to be traveling or visiting a place you have never seen before. I feel some of you, if you live, don't live in a country where there's castles, you may even be going to visit a famous castle. That comes up here, but not all of you, but I just feel in general, Tauruses are going to be visiting some place they've never seen before. I do see that you want your money to be in organized. And I also pick up that some of you Tauruses may be a little worried about, not worried, but don't want to be spending your money frivolously. So I'm seeing like any money that you've been spending, you may be reining it in. And I'm also seeing you wanting your money to be organized. You may get a bookkeeper or an accountant, or take your money to some financial planner or advisor, because I see you wanting it put in, in alignment, getting it in order. I do feel for some of you Tauruses, a great marketing scheme or development is going to come your way, and I feel you are going to jump on it. You're going to do it. You're going to use it and take it and use it to your advantage in whatever it is you're doing. But it's like a marketing scheme or promotions, and it's going to float by you. It's going to be offered to you, and I feel that you're going to take it. So hopefully that helped you Tauruses. So now on to Gemini. Let's see what's going to go on with Gemini. Gemini, what's happening with Gemini? Gemini for the mid-month of November. What's going on with the twins here? Gemini. Okay, Gemini, you got two of my favorite cards. Well, one of them, my favorite cards for sure. You got Ace of Swords. And Ace of Swords to me is a card that symbolizes victory. It also can symbolize truth being revealed. I feel that you Geminis are getting ready to starting to get ready to show the world what you can do. You're really coming into a time of getting ready to shine. I do feel there's a lot of pressure coming down on you to rise, but I feel that you're going to rise to the challenge. I'm getting pressure coming down on you from outside forces, but you're ready to rise to the challenge. I do feel that you're going to receive some kind of offer or opportunity where someone's going to say, hey, come on board and join us. This could be a job opportunity. For some of you, this could be joining some kind of group. A spiritual group, a church, a meetup group. It could be, anything like that, a social group, a community service group. But first and foremost, I feel like it's a job opportunity. Someone is taking a very keen interest in you. I feel first and foremost this is about your work and your job abilities. Secondly, it's romance. There's something happening behind the scenes that you don't know about, because I get it's like this opportunity or whatever's going to happen. It's like it pops up, it bursts forth. You're going to be like taken off guard, unexpected, unawares. You're going to be surprised. I do feel like you're going to start to feel like your old self again and feel better than you ever did in a long time, because I feel like you're going to make more money than you ever did before. Also, if you're a working Gemini, that comes up. So the second of the two cards, Gemini, is you have the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is a card to me that symbolizes, what do we think about this situation? How does it affect us all? What's the word coming out here? What's the word? There could be news, information coming forward that can also be indicated. I do feel that some of you are going to be involved in some kind of group dynamic or round table discussion about how to improve something. This could be improving a company, improving jobs, or improving something in a community even. I feel like if you are a Gemini that feels homesick, or you're nowhere near your loved ones, or they're at a distance, I feel you may travel and go home for the holidays and be around them. And this is actually going to be good for you if you decide to do it, because it's going to bring you a lot of peace and give you a different perspective on your life than what you have. If you're at a distance from them, somehow going back to being around family and relatives and maybe even where you grew up is actually going to give you a whole new outlook and a whole new perspective on things. I do feel some of you Geminis really need to unwind and relax, and I feel that you would do really well to spend time out in nature and also start walking. If you don't walk or you don't get outside enough, I feel like this is something that would really be helpful for you. I do feel some kind of project plan or something you've done is going to get looked over, and that someone is going to offer up some suggestions to you. And I feel that you are going to, I feel whatever this is you've created is going to get turned into something that makes money, that makes good money. So if you work for a company and you've come up with some big, new project or new business plan or new, I don't know, system of some sort, I feel you get some advice on it. It gets launched or worked, or maybe it's something you're doing. Maybe you're making up a business plan for a business you want to run, and a website or a business, and you're going to launch it, because I'm getting that sense here. I do feel for some of you Geminis that you're going to have somebody that wants to come visit you. Somebody that hasn't seen you for a while. Now, so if you're a Gemini that's homesick, or you want to get back and see your family and you don't live near them, that's the case for some of you. For some of you, you have somebody that you haven't seen for a while that wants to come visit you. And maybe it's when you're back visiting your family. I don't know. But for many of you Geminis, you've got something going either way in that direction. So hopefully that was of help to you and made sense to you Geminis. Now on to the sign of Cancer. Cancer the crabs. What's going on with them right now in the mid-month of November? Let's see what's going on with Cancers. Cancer. Show me Cancers. The first of the two cards you have here today in this mid-month, Cancer, is Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is a card to me that symbolizes being protective of your finances and protective of your possessions. It's often called the Miser card. This card can also symbolize if you may be getting some success. Success could be coming to you. I feel like you're working really hard at some kind of undertaking. And I feel like you're actually liking the way things are going and experiencing some progress. I do feel that you've gone through a spell where you feel like nothing else matters but helping people. And I feel that you've gone through a big, huge spell of that, being of assistance to people, helping people, going out of your way. I do feel that some of you are going to be talking to someone influential in the government or connected to a government agency. I do see you coming up with a good idea to make money and putting it down on paper and distributing it to others, which may not make sense to some of you, but I'm seeing this, like, I see you write it down and then you make copies of it and you're handing it to this one and that one and this one and that. It's not like you just give it to one person. You're giving it to a variety of people. Somebody's going to think it's a good idea. And I do feel that you have a game changer coming up. And I see things really being quite interesting and important happening for you in the second quarter of 2016. So the second card you have of the two cards for this mid-month, you have the Devil. And the Devil is a card that symbolizes being addicted to an unhealthy relationship or situation, or being addicted to drugs, alcohol, spending money, gambling, sex, pornography, food, anything that you could have an addiction to. You know, it's weird that it's coming up through this card, but I hear the spiritual guidance around you is very strong right now. And I do feel it's been trying to influence you and help you and affect you in a positive way. Because I'm picking up, it's like too many things have gone wrong for you. And now it's like Spirit is trying to make it go right or help it go right for you. I do feel some of you are having a hard time of getting over an old relationship because I hear like the wounds keep getting opened up again. So either you're inviting somebody to come back in and out of your life that you need to close the door on, or a situation may have arisen with someone from your past that like opened up old wounds, because I'm getting you having trouble getting over somebody from the past and old wounds getting opened up and revisited here. And you may have had a relationship with someone that was of a cyclical nature. So it's going round and then it stops and then it goes back around and does it again. So there's been like a cycle that's happened here, and that you have to break it. You must break the cycle. I do feel some of you Cancers have way too many balls you're juggling up in the air, and that I do feel, I'm hearing, don't worry about it because things are going to start to settle down and calm down for you. It's just like a period of time where there's like too many things to do, too much you have to look into, take care of, you're juggling this, you're juggling that, but it's just for like an arc of time that shall pass. So this is not going to continue on forever. I'm hearing stealing drugs, alcohol, and money. You may be involved with trying to help someone that has done those things I just said, or you may have become a philanthropist to someone that's had problems, like somebody that has gone, by the wayside. They may have had an addiction to heroin or drugs in general, or, and they stole money to buy the drugs, or you're working with an agency or company, or a rehab center or something that helps these people. And somehow you may become their philanthropist and or personal like mentor, or try to help them, try to help rehabilitate them. I'm seeing that come up here for some of you Cancers. So I hope that made sense to you. So now on to Leo. Let's see what's going on with good old Leo. What's happened with Leo the Lion for this mid-month of November? Show me what's going on with Leo. What's happening with Leo? Leo. Leo. Spirit guides, show me Leo. What's going on here for Leo? Oh, that one fell out. Oh, Leo. Oh, Leo. First card you have here in this mid-month is Psychic Tarot Update. You have the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is a card to me that that's talking about scattering your energies, scattered emotions, scattered thinking. It can also indicate choose wisely from the illusions that are being presented to you. I feel that you're taken a bit aback because I feel that there's been some people that have been pushing your buttons. I also feel you're working hard to rectify any situations or put out any fires that have gone on. So that could be at work or in home and family situations, because I'm seeing you, you're trying to put out fires, put out problems. I see you being quite angry and feeling like it's very unfair about how some people have been treated. I don't know that you are the one that was treated unfairly. It may be you, but I also, if it is you, I still see you feeling like other people were treated unfairly. I do see you wanting to see resolution to a problem and trying to set things right. The guides are telling me that you may find yourself in a position where you have to kind of get over it or get past it and move away from it, because you're not going to be able to solve everything. That's what they're telling me. I do feel that some of you Leos are going to get some kind of new opportunity that's going to be presented to you. And to me, this feels like a job. And I feel some of you are going to leave. You're going to take it and leave. So to me, this seems like a job opportunity. And I do feel in some regards, someone is abusing their power over you and that you really don't like it. I do feel you're going to end up leaving an unhealthy situation. And if you're a Leo that has recently met someone or you're involved with someone but you're not married, I do hear the words getting a marriage proposal from someone also comes up here. However, I do not like your second card. Please, please do not shoot the messenger. I shuffled these many times. I don't want anybody to get a bad card. Please don't be mad. You have the Three of Swords. Now, Three of Swords is a card to me that symbolizes heartbreak, sadness. This is usually over the end of a relationship. Sometimes this card can indicate cheating because there's three swords piercing this heart. And there's a lot of tears over whatever this is. I feel if you're a Leo that was struggling within a relationship and going in and out of a relationship and back and forth, I hear that you're coming to the realization that this is over. Like, it's going to have to be over. And I hear that you're not going to be controlled. You're not going to be put in your place anymore. And you also don't want to feel out of sorts and unhappy anymore. So I see many of you Leos coming to this realization and this decision. I do feel that some of you were really taken advantage of and raked over the coals comes up here. And I feel many of you feel like you don't really know what you did to deserve this, because you are a good person and you are a good person to this person that is perpetrating this at you. I feel like your feeling was about the whole situation that your loyalty was unmatched. Like, you had heaps of loyalty here, but the person you were hurt by didn't match your loyalty. It was not equal in that regard. Getting rid of that relationship or getting past it is going to be one of the best things and the best blessings that could ever happen to you in your life. Because remember, I do say, I told you, I pick up, they said it at the end of this card that for some of you that are single are going to be getting engaged. So, you know, I don't know. I hate to see this, but I almost feel like they came up out of order. I feel like this was first, should have been first, and this should have been second. But this card fell out of the deck, so that's why I read it first. So I hope that helped you, and I'm sorry that came up. I don't like that for you Leos. But now I'm on to see what's coming up in this mid-month for Virgo. So show me Virgo. What's going on here for Virgos? Show me Virgo for mid-month of November. Virgo. What's happening in the land of Virgo? Virgo. Okay, the two cards that came up for you, Virgo, the first of the two is the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is a card to me that symbolizes a water sign male. This would either be a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. I feel there's a great deal of stress and struggle about this Knight of Cups, where there's a lot of back and forth struggle internally with you of emotions. I want to say here, if it does not make sense to you that this knight is going to come up as male, just know that females can also come up as knights. I don't feel he's totally being honest with you. I feel whoever this Knight of Cups is taking you down a rosy path and dumping you off. That is the exact quote from my guides. Because I feel he's deceived you. I feel he's led you to believe one thing, but really it's been completely another. That's how they're telling it. I do feel that you've had some kind of inkling or suspicion about this all along, but now I feel that you've actually had some proof or found out. So it's like you know for sure now. And I feel like they're saying his hijinks is up. And I feel like you've just had it. You've had it with the whole situation. Because I feel like you don't want to listen to it anymore. You don't want to put up with it anymore. You don't want to deal with it anymore. It comes up again. This knight is trying to get you to believe one thing when it's really another. He's got you going around in circles in your head. I do, however, feel that he will be releasing funds to you, and to me it seems like he's paying you back for something. I don't know. For all of you, it's not going to be that he's paying you back. But that's how it comes up first, that he's paying you back, releasing funds to you, paying you back for something. I feel he's had an arduous task of building his reputation and his life up or back up, and it's made him not care about anyone else. I'm seeing him not care, and so this has become a problem for him. I feel like he's put the cart before the horse and made other things important that should have been secondary, and so it's making, like, I guess I want to say I feel like his priorities have gotten screwed up or out of alignment, because I feel like he was trying to make a name for himself or get some positive notoriety or, you know, some kind of fame. I don't know, but it's so he's handled things inappropriately or not done the right thing. That's what I see, and that's how I see it affecting you. Now, the second card, and you've experienced the fallout because of that. You have some connection to this knight. And he takes advantage of you, and I feel for some of you, this knight has taken advantage of your heart also. So some of you, this is in love. But keep in mind, this could be male or female, so don't get hung up too much if it's not making sense to you that it's a knight. So the next card you have here, this came up before, and I shuffled many times. The devil is here for you Virgos. Now, the devil is a card that symbolizes being addicted to an unhealthy relationship or situation, or it could be addicted to drugs, alcohol, gambling, spending money, pornography, sex, food, whatever, anything you could be addicted to. I feel that in some ways you've been driving yourself crazy, and that there's some things that you have to let go and relax and feel free. The guides are using the words cut out the fat. Like, I feel like there's stuff that you need to release and cut out, and until you do that, you're not going to feel at ease. I feel like your reality is getting ready to shift and improve and become better. I feel in some ways you have maybe talked too much or said too much to someone. Like, talk too much or said too much the way they say it makes me feel like, and that may have come back to haunt you. Because I also do get the sense, and this isn't going to make sense to all of you or be the same for all of you, but some of you Virgos may have felt like you had to eat your words also. Like, you said too much, talked too much, and then you had to, like, somebody called you on it or pointed out you were wrong, or you had to eat your words in some ways for some of you. I feel some of you Virgos are taking a lot of things to heart right now, and you may be feeling extremely sensitive. That could be the case for you all the time. You're extremely sensitive, but I feel right now in this month of November in particular, and possibly even was already going on in October, that you have taken too much to heart, and you're feeling really sensitive about it. So I hope things improve for you Virgos. I don't want to see you struggle and have issues. So now on to Libra. Let's see what's going on for Libra for the mid-month of November. Libra, what's happening for Libra? Libra, what's up with Libras? Oh, Libra. The first of the two cards you have, Libra, is the Eight of Rods. And the Eight of Rods is a card to me that symbolizes news coming to you swiftly. Could be change, could also indicate swift change. This card is also can mean travel, but first and foremost to me, it's receiving news. And it could be through the internet, an email, phone call, doesn't matter how you get it. I hear some of you Libras may be lingering too long in your minds in the past. And I do feel that your world, for some of you, your world got turned upside down, and now you're trying to rectify things or put the pieces back together or make things right again. You may get some unsettling news about some family member that crossed some kind of line in some way. So some of you Libras may receive some news like that. And they're saying everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and I feel you may be finding yourself at cross purposes with someone that has a different opinion than you. I get a great deal of struggle internally, of emotions and back and forth where something is tugging and pulling at your heartstrings. I do feel that some of you are trying to get through some estate issues, community property settlements, and estate comes up here. For some of you, Libras. I do feel that those of you that are working Libras, somebody is going to stand up and applaud you for a job well done. You're going to get some kind of praise or some admiration or something coming from someone where you work. If you're going through any legalities, it's almost fruitless at this point because I feel like it's going to take longer. Like any kind of settlement or things being straightened out and organized, I see a distance of time here, and you may not really see a settlement of what you're trying to get clear on, finish, tie up, wrap up, whether it's an estate or legal issues. The month of September keeps coming up to me, so you got a ways out. So try to push any agendas or issues right now, legally or, settlement things. It's just going to be slow moving for some reason. The second card you have here, Libra, you have the Two of Cups, which is, this is a happy love relationship between two people that are, it's like a strong spiritual bond. And destined, fated, meant to be. And it's one of the best cards you can get for a love relationship. Some of you will be tying the knot, and there is going to be some kind of celebration or gathering. So it could be a wedding reception, an engagement party, that like tying the knot, celebrations, that all comes up here. You're going to be joining in tandem or in partnership with someone, many of you Libras. Now, if it doesn't make sense that about work, then about love and a marriage or love relationship, then it's work, because I'm also hearing a partnership, joining in a partnership in tandem with someone, and that can either be love or enterprise and business. And I do feel that the communication level here is going to be very strong. And I hear you're going to be relieved because everything is going to work out or be worked out. And they're saying hindsight is 20/20. You can't unring that bell. So for anything that you're looking back on from the past that you feel like, I wish that hadn't gone down that way, or I wish it could be, undone. What's done is done. So don't fret about the past. It's time to forget that and move forward and look forward. If you're a Libra that's been trying to champion some project or cause, I do get that it's going to meet with success. So just know that you've got some success coming here as well, Libra. So hopefully those messages helped you for this mid-month update. Now on to Scorpio. So I'm going to clear the cards and see what comes up for Scorpio. What's happening with Scorpio? Scorpio. Show me cards for Scorpio. first of the two cards you have here, Scorpio, is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is a card to me that symbolizes your highest spirit guide showing up here to give you a message, or it could indicate that something is being kept secret or is hidden. I do feel that marriage partnerships are on the upswing, and I do feel that you are going to be relieved because things are starting to turn around in your life for the better, especially if you're already coupled in a partnership, whether you be married to them or not, just like any kind of committed relationship. I do feel that some of you, if you have a sweetheart, I see, whether you're coupled fully, like in a marriage or not, you doing like endearing and sweet things for each other. So you could be buying someone gifts, sending them flowers, nice little cards and notes. And I see it also coming back to you. So I'm getting it going both ways. I feel some of you Scorpios have had some judgment that has come down on you from family members that have been harsh. I get some harsh critical eyes looking on you. I feel this has been. It may still be continuing, but it's coming up, but the sense of this has happened already. For some of you, if you own a business or if you're working, I see somebody was stealing money and their hand was in the till and you caught them. So that could be if you own your own business or you work somewhere, or even if it was in your family and somebody stole money from somebody in the family. But I feel that you were wise to it or you caught them. If you, because I'm hearing Scorpios taking shelter with someone new. So you may be moving in with a roommate or a friend, or this could be a love partner. So some of you are moving in with someone and this is a new situation. So that's coming up here through the High Priestess. Your second card you have here is the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is a card that symbolizes having to make a decision or a choice about two things. It could be money, because it is a money card, but it doesn't have to necessarily be money. This can indicate weighing your options. And there's a lot of emotions tied up here in this choice or decision that you're mulling over. They're telling me you're really starting to put on the Ritz, and I'm getting glitz and glamour. So I feel some of you are getting quite duded up. I don't know where you're going. Maybe it's to a Thanksgiving celebration or some party, but I'm seeing like sparkly clothing and tuxedos. This is not just like getting dressed up. It's like ultra getting dressed up. So that may not be the case for all of you, but I'm hearing putting on the Ritz. I do feel for many of you Scorpios, family has been a problem for you. And I feel that you want them to ease up on you and get off your back. For many of you, that's not going to be the case for all of you, but it does come up here. I do feel that you're going to get an increase in your funding or a raise. That's the way they phrased it. So for some of you, they're not necessarily the same things, but an increase in funding or a raise comes up. And I do feel that you're happy about it because I feel it's going to enable you to change something that you're doing. Because I'm hearing getting out with the old and in with the new. So maybe this, you're going to get rid, like you're changing something, you're getting rid of something because of this money increase and, changing it, getting on with something new. Wow. Well, that's good news for you, Scorpios. I do feel that many of you are reaching a high point and a pinnacle in your year, or your year of 2016 will be a high point and a pinnacle. So you're either hitting your pinnacle now at the end of this year, or the whole year of 2016 is going to be a pinnacle year for you. That's how it was presented. I do see you having witty banter, and a friendship with someone is formulating that you really like. So this could be a new friend for you, someone new. Maybe it's a new coworker or someone you meet through church or a group or meetup group or whatever you're involved in. And I'm seeing witty banter going back between the two of you, and you're really laughing. I feel like you're going to have a lot of fun, and this comes in as a strong friendship. So I hope that made sense for you, Scorpios. Now on to Sagittarius. What in the world is happening for Sagittarius? Sagittarius, good old Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, the two cards you have, first of the two cards you have here is my favorite card, Ace of Swords, which is victory or truth being revealed. They're saying ready, set, go. Stop wasting time and stop dithering. They want you to, there's something they want you to like, don't wait anymore, like go. I hear you're going to tell it like it is, Sagittarius. You're going to tell it like it is, and there's going to be some real truth telling that's going to come out of your mouth. You've been really hard pressed. I feel many of you Sagittarians, your feelings have been overwrought or overworked for too long. You need a break from reality and a reality check. Stop driving yourself too hard. You've got to stop burning the candle at both ends, because this is going to get you to a crisis point. Like I feel like that means you're doing too much. You're trying to do too much. So I'm a little confused about the ready, set, go, don't wait in the beginning, because what they're talking about now seems like maybe they mean in an emotional sense, because I'm getting you're overwrought, overworked emotionally speaking. I do feel that you're going to start communicating with somebody at a distance, and I'm picking up that because they're saying someone's going to lend you a friendly ear, a shoulder to cry on, someone to lean on, or just to talk to. But I feel that they're at a distance, because they're saying you're going to be communicating with them at a distance. Life is going to bring you some happy surprises, Sagittarius, and I hear April is going to be especially highlighted for that. So the second card you have of the two, you have Page of Pentacles, which is a card to me that symbolizes an earth sign person, either being a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This card could also indicate a child, but pages can be adults, and pages also often are bringing messages. Even if they're not a person, pages bring messages. They're saying, what are you doing with your life? Stop wasting time. Again, that's come up. Like they want you to really reevaluate what you're doing, and they're also using the word step out of the box. There is a family member, I feel, that needs your love and attention and affection. There's someone that needs it, but I feel it's family for the way they're talking about it. I do feel that somehow you're going to have to give them help or assistance. This could be giving them money, because they are coming up as Page of Pentacles, so you could be giving them money, but it could also be another kind of assistance. So isn't that funny? It comes up on the other card that you're going to have to be talking to someone and having, somebody to lean on at a distance. And now in this card, it sounds like you're going to be doing this for someone. I do feel that something in you is reaching a boiling point, and the heartbreak over the situation is too much inside of you to be like, it's too much like for you to be dealing with. But I feel like it's over this page. To me, it feels like you're upset about them, heartsick over them. Maybe this is someone in your family going through some real crisis points or trouble, and you feel like heartbroken over it, because I do feel you're quite emotional over this situation that's going on here. I feel that this person wants love and attention and affection from you and wants you to forgive them or take them into your life or into the fold. So if it is not a child or a grandchild or someone you really care about that's younger in your family, or just they don't have to be younger, that wants you to let them back in, this could be someone that you were involved with, that you broke up with, or you've been apart, that is really hurting and wants you to take them back in their life. For some of you Sagittarians, it's actually going to be that. So hopefully those messages helped you. And now I'm on to look into Capricorn. 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 What's up with those Capricorns? Mid-month of November. What's going on with Capricorn? Oh, Capricorn. I don't like this card for you. I like one of them, but I don't like the other. The first card you have is Two of Cups. And Two of Cups is a card that symbolizes a strong spiritual bond and union between two people, that it's almost like kismet, fate, destined, meant to be. More than ever, more than anything else, this is usually a love relationship and love partnership. I do hear you're taking a lot of things in stride, but they are talking about some things like getting ready, like a pot that's getting ready to boil, or something that's ready to come to fruition. Some of you Capricorns are getting ready to embark on some kind of travel or journey. I do feel if you're a working Capricorn, there's been a lot of underhanded business dealings or foul play at a company or business or shop or wherever it is that you work. I do get underhanded business. I do feel that there's been someone that's been secretive with you and deceptive and hiding information from you. I hear Capricorns really need to relax and sit back and let the chips fall where they may, because this person's misdeeds are going to be their own undoing. I do get that they're going to be found out. Whatever their scam is going on is going to be revealed. Any red tape is going to get cut through here. And I do get some really weird scenarios are going to start playing out. Now, for some of you, this is in regard to work and a work-related situation. For some of you, this may actually happen in family or even love, but work is what's coming up first. I feel like too many things are going to come out of the woodwork that seem unnatural to you, and I get like the energy of, why would they do that? Like, I see you thinking, whatever this is bizarre. Why would this happen? It doesn't seem to make sense. And I do feel that you're going to feel quite mystified over it, and it may be putting you in some kind of weird or odd position. So let me see what this next card is here. This card, Capricorn, I love Capricorns, I do. I have some great friends that are Capricorns that I have throughout my whole life. I don't like Three of Swords for you. Don't be mad at me. I don't know why this showed up, but I'm going to listen. So Three of Swords is a card to me that symbolizes sadness, heartbreak. This could be like it being in a love relationship where somebody was cheating. It could be, heartbreak over a breakup. This card has even come up if somebody has passed away and then there's sadness over that. I've seen it come up with that even. Or of a situation, but usually it's a relationship. Okay, don't get mad at me. I do feel that you've been deceived and lied to. That's what I'm hearing. And I do feel some of you Capricorns were taken for quite a ride and gone through some real emotional roller coaster. I hear this was the best of times and this was the worst of times, and this is the way you feel about it. So I feel like whatever this relationship was to you, you have felt the biggest highs and the most fun in some ways, and the biggest lows and the lowest lows in others. I also feel that there was a making of promises that were broken. Now, you could have been the perpetrator of this. You could be the one that was doing all that. But it comes up to me more like it was happening to you or you were on the receiving end. But the broken promises part is the one thing that does sound like that could actually be something Capricorn did. Not necessarily all of the other part of it, but that part could have gone either way. And if there was a revival or had tried to be a revival of a love affair, I feel like it ended in ruin, or it ends in ruin. That's how it's being phrased. I do feel that, I have to say though, I do feel that you're going to make amends with the past and move on. So, as odd as it sounds for all this that just came out here with the two cards, I feel like you seem to get over it pretty well. Like, I'm not saying, oh, it was a blink, but I almost feel like you get over it a little more quickly than maybe somebody else would have. Maybe the writing was on the wall to you, or maybe your intuition and your psychic ability was kicking up, and you could sense it or feel it. So it may not all be totally a shock to you. In some ways, I feel like there is some surprises. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes when our intuition kicks up, it's very easy to ignore it. And I feel you may have done that. That may have happened. So I'm very sorry, Capricorn. Better times are ahead. Better times are ahead. So have faith. And don't let anyone get you down. So now the next sign is Aquarius. So let's see what's going on with the Aquarians out there. What's up with Aquarius for the mid-month of November? Aquarius. Show me two cards. Two cards for Aquarius. What's going on with Aquarians? Show me what's going on for Aquarius. Aquarius, you have the first card is the Devil. And the Devil is a card to me that symbolizes being addicted to an unhealthy relationship or an unhealthy situation. Could be addicted to drugs, alcohol, gambling, sex, pornography, spending money, food, anything you could be addicted to. I hear you've really had it with the whole situation and you're tired of it and you want to move on. I hear a promissory note is coming to you and a gift or a gift of cash. So I get money coming to you. I hear that, sometimes you get too wrapped up or too analytical and analyze things too much in your head. And it's time to, get over that, stop doing it, and move on. And I feel like there's something for some of you Aquarians you've had that you've been spinning around in your head or holding on to or mulling over, that you now need to be done with it and stop analyzing it, stop picking apart, stop picking it apart and move on and move away from that kind of energy. I do feel that many of you are ready to taste the good life and the sweet life, and you're ready for it. Like, okay, bring it on. I feel that many of you Aquarians are going to feel like the springtime of 2016 is the high point or the highlight of your life. And I'm seeing March, April timeframe where I feel like things are going pretty sweet for some of you Aquarians at that time. They're telling me emotions with you can be habit forming. And you can become addicted to old patterns and old emotions. And that's what they're saying you need to get rid of and release. So some of you may be spinning around about things that have already happened and almost like you've gotten addicted to those emotions. Even if those emotions didn't make you feel good or felt unhealthy, it's almost like you got some addiction to them. And so if you click into that mode of thinking, then, it's not good for you and it gets you in a negative headspace and keeps you kind of trapped in a spot you don't want to be in. And they're saying you have to get over it and move on from it. The next card, which makes a lot of sense for the next card that comes up here, you have the Ten of Rods, which is a card that symbolizes moving on in a new direction to new and better horizons. You have 10 rods of burden on your shoulder, but these 10 rods of burden are knowledge and experience that you've gained that are going to help you as you move on to the new and better horizons. You will seek out new help and new guidance, and new friendships are coming to you. There's going to be a reverberation of pride and accomplishment in your work or what you're doing, creating, or saying. There's the long way to do things and there's the hard way to do things, but they're telling me you're going to cut right through it and do it like go from straight ahead from point A to point B. No long way or hard way. You're cutting through that. Some of you will be receiving praise and accolades for a job well done. I do see some of you Aquarians honing your skills and fine-tuning your craft or your skills. I see some of you Aquarians are going to be taking a trip that's going to be very lucrative for you. So there's some money making or money opportunity that comes from some trip that you're going to take. I do see some family members that want to push you forward and are hoping to motivate you and are behind you. And if this doesn't make sense for family that you have in the living, then these are deceased family members that are pushing you and motivating you and rooting for you and trying to get you to, they want you to get that ball rolling. They're behind you. I do feel that you are going to start to feel more elevated, more educated, more at peace with your life. And I feel like if you were an Aquarian that was going through like a long stretch of struggles and problems, I see you like now you're coming out of that. I actually feel like you're coming into more of a sense of peace and contentment and accomplishment right now. So that's what's coming up for you Aquarians, and hopefully it was helpful and made sense. So now I'm going to look into the sign of Pisces. So let's see what's going on here for Pisces. What's up with the fishes, the little fishes there? Pisces, Pisces. What's going on with Pisces for this mid-month of November 2015? What's happening with Pisces? You have one card that fell out. Pisces. Man, this High Priestess just wants to show up all over the place. We've had quite a lot of repeats, and I've shuffled and shuffled and shuffled and cleared the cards, so know that. Okay, so for Pisces, the first card you have today for this mid-month of November Psychic Tarot reading, you have the Star. This is what fell out of the deck. This is an awesome card. The Star is a card that symbolizes spiritual blessings to me. This is like your wishes being granted, your prayers being heard, and you receiving spiritual blessings. I do feel you're ready now. They're saying you're ready now, you're ready now. And I feel that you're ready to complete tasks and projects. There's going to be some green light that's going to be given to you on some kind of operations or operating systems, because I'm seeing a green light giving it like the go, like to go. They do say they want you to stop dithering in your mind. They're saying Pisces has a tendency to go back and forth too much, like too much dithering back and forth. And they're saying that's not really healthy or productive for you. I do feel some of you Pisces are actually learning how to control your temper or your anger or control your reactions to things. I do feel that you don't get worked up over things if you can help it, because I'm hearing it's like you need to take it easy, relax, and let the natural course of events happen. Let things unfold naturally. Trying to force anything to happen or get too worked up about, timelines or pressure. I mean, obviously with work, sometimes you can't help that if something has a deadline or a timeline, but this doesn't feel work related to me. It feels more like of a personal nature. So they're saying, don't get worked up about that. Let things roll at their natural course of events here. I do feel that some of you Pisces are getting ready to take some big leap of faith or some big step here. Some of you maybe are going to get engaged, or some of you could be purchasing a home and maybe you've never done that before, or maybe you weren't ready to have children in the past and now the big leap of faith or decision is, okay, I'm ready to have a child. So whatever it is for you, it's a big step and a big leap of faith. And I see this is probably something that you were what they were talked about dithering over. So because that was mentioned about dithering isn't going to do you any good. So the second card, this is the one that I said keeps showing up. It is the High Priestess, and this is a card that symbolizes your highest spirit guide showing up to give you messages, or it could indicate that there are things that are hidden or kept secret. Now you have the ball in your court. They're saying run with it. They're saying it's ridiculous to put things off. So if there's something that you're pushing off to the back burner or pushing off to the side, They want you to do it, run with it, get it going, get it happen. This is the big leap of faith or big step that they're probably talking about here, wanting you to take. If it's a marriage partnership or a serious committed relationship, if that's it, they're telling you to do it, because if you don't take this step and do it, you're going to lose the opportunity. So I feel like whoever this person is isn't going to sit around and wait for you forever. That's not going to necessarily make sense to all of you, but I'm getting that, whatever this is, it doesn't matter whether it's a marriage or some opportunity, getting a new job or whatever this big step is. If you don't take this chance or step or opportunity, for some reason, it's going to get lost. So it's actually a very conflicting message. Because in the beginning, they said, don't be concerned with timelines, let things roll naturally and things unfold. And here yet in this card, they're saying, don't wait, don't dither, take the leap of faith and the step, because if you wait, you're going to lose the opportunity. So I know you guys are going to call me on that, but they may be two different situations that they're talking about. These could be two different issues. I tell you exactly what I hear, whether it makes sense or not. I repeat the messages pretty much verbatim from what I'm getting. So I'm sorry if that's conflicting for you. So I don't want to add to your dithering. See, they're telling me you're coming to a crossroads and that there's a decision that you're going to have to make. They are talking about that. They're saying if you wait too long, you could burn bridges behind you. But if you take that brass ring, if you grab that brass ring and go for it, you're going to feel like you won the sweepstakes. That's what they just said. So you gotta listen to it again. Don't ask me to explain why one said one and one said the other. They may not be all the same circumstance. I totally say to you guys what I hear. If there's ever any question about that, honestly, when I started doing readings way back, when I first started trying to hone in psychic readings, I took psychic development classes, and my teacher said, don't go by the meaning of the cards. Always go by your impression of what you get, either, through clairaudience of hearing or through what you sense or pick up from the cards through feelings or visions, whatever. So I didn't know the meanings of the cards for an extremely long time. I always read them just by going by my impressions and what I get. So if there's conflict in a message, I'm just telling you what I get. I really, really do not really go totally by the meaning of the cards. I go more by what I'm getting. So hopefully this reading was of help to you all. I hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much for liking and sharing and watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing and Google Plusing. I do appreciate that. If you would like to purchase and download the spiritual guidance and messages for each of your signs from my Vimeo videos on demand, please click the link below. It will take you to those pages where you can download and purchase that video, or go to my website at www.theluckymermaid.com video page, click on page 2, and there you will see the signs listed. Click on it and it will take you to Vimeo. I certainly wish you a happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate that. I do here in the United States. So I want to wish you all a fantastic rest of your month of November. I'm going to be coming right around the corner with the December Psychic Tarot reading, so please stay tuned for that. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.